Hi, if you're new to selling on eBay, I want to show you how I take my photos like these over here, before and after, and the technique I use to get them to look good. If you could stick around and check out this video, I think you'll get something out of it. That's coming up. Thanks. The first thing you want to do when it comes to getting ready to take your photos is there's two ways to set up your display board. Now, the most important thing, I work out of a studio apartment here, as you can see. And over here, I got a little dinette table I work with, okay? I like it in here, it's nice and quiet, by the way. Anyway, there's two ways to, take your photos. And I came back from the dollar store, and I purchased these here, because there's times I might not want to use that other one, but there is a reason why I bought these here. Now, for those of you who are starting out on eBay, you're a newbie, you might want to go to the dollar store and get these. These are display boards. And they come in really handy when it comes to taking photos for eBay, okay? Let's move the chairs out of the way here. And you can see how quick and easy you can set up a display board without, going too crazy with it, right? Like this. That's another way of doing it, really quick. You can take your photos, whatever, and you're good to go, okay? But the reason why I bought this here, because I have another one that I have. It's a little bigger and it's with the cloth on it. Now both of these here came from the, like I said again, the dollar store. I bought two of them. One for the base, one for the bottom, and one for the top over here. And as you can see, it's like a trifold, so you could, push it like this here if you want to if you don't want other stuff to, reflect into the image or whatever, or distract the image. You could always close it up like that. But the reason why I bought this here is to show you guys that you don't need fancy stuff when it comes to taking photos, okay? Well, here's the other one I have, okay? And again, I got these at the dollar store, all right? And they even tell you what they're good for. Did they tell you over here? Used for science projects, art projects, classroom displays, presentations. Yeah. Okay. And yep. Anyway, I didn't take the size of it though, but that's okay. Anyway, so we're gonna push these to the side. We're gonna come back to these later, at least one of them anyway. Now the one I use. And again, I keep it in a bag. I store it on the side. The reason why I do that is because I don't want it to get dirty on the floor right back then. Not that on the floor, but I like to keep it clean somewhere. So anyway, this one here is a little different the way I set this one up. Let's remove this bag here. And again, if you're pressed for space and you don't have a big place to do things, to work with it, you might want to consider making something like this. Now, I put over here recently, this is cloth, all right? I have two boards here, and these boards were brought at Walmart, okay? And over here, I put white duct tape here, okay, to keep it from flopping around. And what you're basically going to do is go like this, drop this down, and now you got a bigger area here to work with, okay? Now you're wondering what I use this for. Okay, these plastic sheets, or whatever, these are tablecloths, whatever, plastic tablecloths. I usually cover the chairs with them because I want them to reflect light. So when I position them closer, and you always want to make sure when you're doing this, especially on a small table like this, you got it centered because you don't want it to go like this. You want to make sure it's centered. Okay, that's another thing you want to check out. Okay, so let's do it this way here, and let's do the other one over here. And basically, the chairs. They support it. Basically, they keep it from shimming back and forth. All right. And again, the whole idea behind this, all purpose behind this here, folks, is you don't want no distractions. You don't want to see, like, if you're taking a picture, you don't want to see, like, lamp posts over here and the little picture or whatever. But the whole idea is to mask that out because it can become a distraction on it, when you're taking your photos. And we all know that if you ever look at companies that take photos, they're always with white backgrounds. Okay. So make sure that's nice over there. Okay, you got this chair that's covered up on both sides here, so it reflects somewhat light, not a lot, but it does help. Okay? Alright, so now that's the first step. I'm going to show you how to do two things, how to, how to refract the light. In other words, having the light, instead of having it flash directly on the item itself where you can see it, how to deflect it. I'm going to show you what I use to filter out the lighting on there. So what I want to do is I want to get two objects, and I want to go over it with you really quick on a shiny object such as the Farberware coffee pot. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, how do you take the pictures when the coffee pot's here and you can see the reflection here? We're going to get back to that in a second, so stick around, that's coming up. Okay, as you can see here, I got my digital camera up here set up, and I'm going to snap a picture of this here without the board. I'm going to show you how to get this reflection out of here. Let's get a little more light in here. We'll just open up over here to get some more light in here, so brighten it up. I got to work fast because the sun's going to go down. I use natural lighting in here. Not sun go down, but we're going to have a storm later on, and when you get overcast, it gets pretty dark in here. You know the illumination here, it's not as bright as it is with the clouds coming up. Anyway, so what I want to do is I want to get rid of all of that in here. As you can see from a distance, well, let me move my camera really quick. You can see there's a reflection here. And if you, as a photographer, are taking a photo, let's say I'm right over here, if you look in here, you could see my reflection here. You can see me moving around. You can see that. You can also see the tripod from the stand I have here right now with my digital cameras on. Okay? What I want to do is, I don't want any of this here. I don't want to see that shadow, okay? What I want to do is I want to get that away. And the way I'm going to do it, folks, again, we're going to go back to this again with this board. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, wait a minute, you're going to use this board to do that? Well, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the board down to size, okay? And I'm going to cut it down, I don't know, maybe half the size of this pot. Now you're probably wondering, wait a minute, are you going to do that all the time? Every time you get different objects, you're going to cut it down? No, because most likely I'm going to keep that board. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I get my utility knife, I'm just going to eye it up, and I'm going to show you what I do with that, okay? So I'll be right back with that. Okay, roughly this pot, I would say it's not maybe 12 inches in height. Okay, so what I want to do is, I even want to get from the top here. Alright, this is just a little tip here. It doesn't have to be perfect, folks, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. And basically what I want to do is, I want to cut this here about that height. Okay, I'm just going to eye it up. I got to be careful I don't cut the other board through here. So let's see, like I said, I'm just doing this here, eyeing it up. Let's see. I guess this is a better way to do it. This way, give you a little reference point here. And keep this like this so I know the other side. Okay, let's move this pot out here really quick for a second. And I'm just going to connect the lines over here. I'm just doing this by eye, folks. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. I'm going to cut this out here. Get a utility knife. With that, sharpen the blade on this one. Alright, so I'm going to take off. Don't leave any of these little strings around here, whatever, you know, little pieces of cardboard. Because you don't want that to affect your photo when you're taking a picture. Okay, so let's get this out of here. And now, basically, we sized it up to the pot. Pretty much. A little more, a little higher. It's okay. Again, take this away. And the whole premise behind this here, folks, is so that you don't see the shadow in here. Okay, so let's move this to the side. And I'll show you the before and after photos, because we'll take a picture of it too as well. You'll get an idea what I'm talking about. Now, what I want to do, in order to get rid of that, let me show you a live video here. I'm going to move my camera closer. I'm going to show you how quick it disappears. So let me move my video camera over here. We'll put it on the side. Alright, like this. Let's see, can you see it over here? Oh, I got to move it down. Alright. Let's see, maybe you can see it better this way, folks. Let's see, hold on here. It's hard to do it this way. Alright, I don't know if you could see the, actual image over here. You can't see because it's at an angle here. Well, let me drop my camera down really quick here and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll just move it down here really quick. And this is taking the light away from there. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's move it down here. So now you see all of that there, right? You see how it looks like that? Okay. What I want to do is put this over here like that. I don't know if can you see that? It instantly disappears. See? Watch. See what I'm saying? And when you take a picture, now you say, well, how does that fit in with the with your camera? Well, simple. I can move my camera up. Let's move to see. You've seen how it works. Look at the before and after. You see all that? Okay, that's for shiny objects. And what you want to do is you want to position it where you're not going to see that there. The whole idea behind that is to get that out. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, what about the box? Are you going to see that? No, because what we're going to do now is we're going to raise our camera up. Let me go over here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm working by myself, folks. So it's a little difficult here what I'm doing here, but I think you'll get the gist of it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me bend back over here and go like this here, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, you're looking at it, you can still see the box. Okay, we're not going to worry about that, though. So now I got my camera here. I'm going to position my camera here like this. All right, and I'm going to move it up. Okay, I'm going to move it up. Lock it in place. Let's power it on. Okay, let's power it on. And I'm going to get ready to take my picture. Now, you might say, you're going to see the cardboard in here, which you could at times. Look at that. This is how I'm looking at it right now. Okay, this is what you see. Let me move my camera a little closer here. Okay, this is what you're seeing right now. All right. Okay. So what we want to do is, I've just got to take care of this tripod. I'm sorry, guys. I'm probably driving you guys crazy. I apologize. Let me just straighten this out here, lock that in. So now, what happens is, the camera side here, if I get too much of the box, I could always lift this up a little higher, like that. Pivot it down. Okay, wait, can you see that now? Oh, got messed up. Hold on. There we go. All I did, folks, I just moved it up. I just moved my camera up like this. This is how it's got to be done, okay, in case you're wondering. If you're going to do this is how it's got to be done. You got to shoot over the box, okay? And let's shoot it over there. Let's see. Right now, I know there's a shadow coming in, but the flash will suppress that shadow. And boom. You got a nice, clean shot. I don't know if you can see that. Let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. I'll take the picture again, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you can see that, let's lock it in here. Oh, there we go. Too close. Okay, let's try it again. And look how nice it looks. Professional, right? Well, it's only going to save it. It's going to save it. I'm going to put in the photo folder, and you'll see the before and after. Okay, that's the tip for shiny objects. You don't want to have it where you're going to see items like this. You know, you're going to see reflections. Nobody wants that. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want to see reflections. I don't. It drives me crazy. So, you know, right now you can't see it, but what a difference. Let's move this camera out of the way here. Okay, let's get this guy out. And let me power him off. But you can see, again, how it looks. As soon as you put it over there, okay, let's move in. Bingo. See how quick it goes away? Now, if you want to take nice pictures like that, very simple. Took 2 seconds. You get this at the dollar store. This cardboard here. And that's all you got to do. What a difference between looking at a tripod, right, and this. It automatically disappears. Look at that. All right? That's my tip for taking a photo. And again, you're not going to get the box in there. I don't want you to think, oh, he's going to get the box in. No, you're not going to get the box in there, folks. That's how it's going to look. Does that look a lot better? Okay. That's number one. I got another tip to share with you really quick. And I'm going to show you right now. Bear with me when it comes to an item that is not as shiny as a coffee pot like this. See, I'm going to show you how to suppress the tripod that shows up when you're taking a photo. I'm going to show you that next, so stick around. Okay, well, I don't know about you, but me personally, I don't like the idea of having a tripod show in my photos. So I'm going to move my camera over here, and you can see in my camera, my digital camera. I'm going to zoom in over here really quick, and you get an idea of what it looks like on my camera. Okay, let's move over here. All right, it's a little blurry there because I'm too close to the camera, but you can see the tripods in there. Okay, now this one here, I could use the cardboard technique too, again, to keep it really nice, but I'm not going to go that route. What I want to do is I'm going to show you a little trick that's going to make it a lot easier. And it all, again, it all depends. Whoops, let me just move over here. I gotta get over here real quick. Okay. Sorry guys, I gotta do everything. I'm working by myself here, so I don't have like an extra hand to help me out. So bear with me with that. Sorry about that. I'm sorry I'm moving back and forth. And all right, but the whole idea is to, you know, to show you how I take my photos. Okay, so let's move it like that there. And as you can see in the camera itself, you can see what he called there. You can see the tripod image on the laptop. Okay, very simple little technique. All you got to do in a case like that is, here's a black towel. All you got to do is take a black towel, right? And let's move it over here and show you what I do. And I'm going to move this back here so you get an idea what I'm doing here. Like this. All you got to do, folks, I'm going to make that tripod disappear. Voila, it's gone. You can see the other tripod because that's on videotaping. But you see how it disappeared? A simple little trick. Look at this. Let's try it again. Look, let's try it again. Let's take it off. You're seeing it live. It's all done live on the camera here. You see the tripod? You can see it. Yeah, you can see the tripod. Let's zoom in on the. Let's zoom in on there. See it there? Look at that. Do you think I want to show that there? Very unprofessional, right? Who wants to look at that? I don't. Okay, so again, let's make it disappear. Take my little trusty black towel and boom, it's gone. Look at that, it's gone. Now you probably say, well, what happens when you take a picture? Now, on the thing over here, I can still see a little of it on the top. You can't, but there is a little piece of the camera showing up on top up here. Okay? Now you might say, well, how do you get rid of that? Well, the way to get rid of that there is to lift up the camera a little higher so you don't see that, which we could do. Let's try that there. Let's lift it up a little. Okay, let's go over here. Let's lift that up because I know you could see. If you're seeing, I'm seeing in the camera. You guys are definitely seeing it. So what you're going to do is, in a case like that, just go over here and just lift it up a little where you don't see it. Now you might say, yeah, but what about the stem? Again, you could always cover it up. You can cover it up as much as you need it, like that there. Chances are you're not going to see this here. The only reason why you're seeing it now, folks, is because I'm doing a live shot here, and you know you're going to see stuff like that. It looks terrible right now because I just wrapped up the thing there. But look at the focus on the object, okay, that we're trying to give a nice look to it. So let's take a picture of it. Okay, we'll do it with the flash on and then flash off. Okay. So let's do it this way. And it's always good to step out of the way too whenever you're taking a photo. Alright? So once you're happy with it, you got your camera adjusted, everything is good, it's locked in place. Let's take a picture. Okay. And I'm going to show you the photos anyway, but I'm going to take another picture here with the flash. Okay. And looking at it, it looks pretty clean. The only thing that's showing up, I think, is this guy right on the side here. Let me make sure of something. Hold on. Yep, that's the one. Okay, so we got to move this camera out of here. We got to move that one out of the way. All right. I know, like I said, it's going up back and forth thing, but you got to take my word on it. The photo really came out good. Let's lock this in place. I'm going to take a picture again. I'm going to show you. Okay. And now I'm going to let you look at it this way here. This is how it looks, the way I'm seeing it right now. Okay. This is how I'm seeing it on my camera. And I'm going to put the photos in there so you get a better look. You can get a better image of it. Okay? Like that. See? Looks pretty good, right? Look, my camera, this camera I got here is a 700X, so it's pretty powerful when it comes to doing that there. Okay? But you can see how it looks. Okay? It's suppressed. And a simple little trick just by putting a towel on there, black towel. Alright, now the other thing is I want to show you too. Let's back over here for a second. How to suppress a flash. How to suppress the flash. Alright? Now, what I do here, let me get my little camera bag here. What I have over here, in my little camera bag here, I got simple little things, folks. These are simple little tricks to the trade, so to speak. When I want to suppress the flash, very easy, very simple. I'm going to show you in a second here. Sounds crazy, right? Some of the stuff I have in here, but you'd be surprised. It does work, though. In the end, it does work. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this here? I'm going to show you right now. Here is a piece of reflective tape, right? Okay, this is how I suppress the flash. Right, and I'm going to show you how I position it in here, and then you're going to see again before and after. This here is a card, right? One of those advertisement cards, you get there in the mail to open up an account. This was supposed to be, I guess, for American Express. Okay, it's not really a card here anyway. It's fake anyway. And basically, what I do is I cover up the flash with this here. This is just to suppress it, to soften the lighting. Okay, very quick little. It's a little tip. You can buy flashes that have the bounce things where you could actually bounce the light, but being I'm cheap and considered a frugal entrepreneur, I do things on the cheap. There's another way of doing it. There's a piece of aluminum foil, and again, you would put it up like that there, and when you snap the picture, it suppresses the flash. In other words, you don't see the flash splash onto the screen. Okay, you won't see that. All right. The other thing I have here is a piece of that's reflective tape. There's another one here, piece of white plastic. Right? Look at this piece of plastic. I don't know, packing machine. It's packing material, whatever. Right? And what I do with this here, you can see that's where the hole was. That's where it used to hang up. What I do here with this here, again, to soften the light, I would just take this here and put it in front, not covering the lens, of course, and put it in front of the flash, and that'll diffuse it. Okay? These techniques are to diffuse the flash. Now you can buy a flash that has a diffuser on it. They're white. They do sell them. I just don't buy them. Because I don't really, when I shoot my photos, folks, I shoot them in the daytime. I don't shoot at night. I try night stuff. It's terrible. I don't like shooting at night. Even with the flash, I don't like it. But anyway, this is what I use to diffuse the flash. So let me just show you exactly what I'm talking about here, okay? I'm not going to do all of them, because I explained pretty much what each one does, or what it's for. It is to suppress the flash. So, for example, let's see, we'll turn this on here, because my cameras, they have auto shut-offs on them. That's why it shut off again. It's not that the battery's weak. Alright, so anyway, if I shoot it with the flash on, it may not, because it's very bright in here, so it might already, the flashing might be suppressed on it already. So let's take a picture. Okay, I don't see too much there. The only thing you see over here, in this photo here, is that there's something on the side over here. That's because I didn't, move that object away or whatever. But what I would do is, in a case like that, where I want to suppress the flash from hitting the item itself, I would just simply take this here. Let's move this camera over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, what I would do is I just take this here, and I would just put it over here and suppress the flash. Okay, let me just turn the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. Get a better idea. Okay, that's all I do. Here's the flash over here. And basically all I would do is do that there. Now with this technique, you got to do it just right. Okay, because if you do too much, you could suppress the flash, diffuse the flash so much where the image comes out dark. Okay, so you got to be careful. You're going to play around with it for a little bit. I have a 128 megabyte memory stick here, so I can take all the pictures I want and play around with it. Okay, but this here is, I think you know what I'm talking about. You can see what I'm referring to. This will deflect the flash up by cutting in here, because this is where my flash point is, right here. That's it. Okay. Then the other thing is a piece of reflective tape, whatever, paper, like that. Okay, you can see it. Yeah. And that's another way of doing it too. You would do it just like this here, and you just, all you want to do is bend the light up. You want it to go, you don't want it to go directly on the subject, because then you're going to see like a splash, like a flash on that item. Okay. And the same thing with this. This is all soften the light up. Again, if it's too much, each time you keep folding it, you make it that much more denser. It's more darker. So basically, what you want to do is something like this. See, you just basically want to use it just as thin as possible, and you just want to just just do it like that. They hold it like that in front of the flash. Again, just to soften the light. And if you really want to just give it a light soften, I use this here. It's a fake credit card that they send you advertisements there to open up an account. And basically what you would do is, not where the light is, it wouldn't really hurt anyway. And something, I did experiment with this here. If you use that rainbow thing in front of it, I think it kind of like gives it a little color to it, but we don't really need to do that. So basically, again, what you want to do is you just want to hold this like this here. And again, it's just to soften the flash, okay? You want to diffuse the flash on it, all right? So basically, that's the tips I have right now. I was going to take a picture on it, but right now it's not really giving me a flash point on it where you could actually see on a screen for me to do it. But that is how I diffuse it with these little techniques I have here. Okay, I think you guys could figure that out on your own. You could try it, experiment on your own, but when you get the time. But again, this here, for all intents and purposes, folks, is to show you how I take my photos. Just a little tip and trick on here on how to, make pictures look better. So I do hope you like these. I hope you like this video. And I'm going to go back to my screen over there, my computer, and we're going to close this video out. Okay? Well, that's all I have for you right now, folks. I hope that little photo tip helped you out. And if it did, please let me know. Drop a comment below. And if you did get a takeaway from this video and you found the tips to be helpful, you want to give them a thumbs up, that'd be greatly appreciated. My name is Rich Pasini. I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. And until next time, bye-bye for now.